What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So 2 days ago, we got the next core set after Power of the Elements announced for us in both the OCG and the TCG. We don't know when we're going to have it in the TCG yet, but the estimated date should be very obvious to predict if we have the date of the previous set. So I will go into details about this new set and what I think it might actually contain, and also the new Crawler monster, which I think is a really good direction either for Crawler support or just generically Konami giving support to those decks that actually really need it. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch and Instagram. And now let's get right into the first topic, which is Darkwing Blast. What can we potentially expect from this? Well, Ness actually already says it. You know Crow is coming. Crow is the Blackwing player in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, so this will most likely be Blackwing support. Black, dark, same thing, and then wing. So it has to be a dark winged beast theme. Blackwing, the first one that comes to my mind, and it would make no sense for Konami to name the set Darkwing Blast and have absolutely no Blackwing support, because they always have the pattern of having a correlation between the name of the booster set and then the actual contents. And just look at this. These are the most recent booster packs. So we had Cybernetic Horizon, that was Cyber Dragon support, so Cybernetic. And then we had Savage Strike, which was the set with Warlord Savage Dragon, so a lot of rocket support. We also had the Ignition Assault, which was at Ignisters, if I recall correctly. Eternity Code for Code Talker. Phantom Rage for Phantom Knight. And then Dawn of Majesty was the Majestic Dragon support for Yusei. Battle of Chaos, which had the Illusion of Chaos card. And then Power of the Elements, Elements for Elemental Heroes, so Jaden support, Elemental Hero support. And now we can safely assume that Darkwing Blast will be Blackwing support. So is this really going to push Blackwing to the top? First of all, I actually kind of forgot when was the last time we got Blackwing support. I do remember that Simoon was very good. Full Armor Master was really good as well. Oster was pretty nice, but it just wasn't enough. The deck still needs more gas, more ways to get to your plays, and just more resilience, because if your normal summon gets stopped, you might just not be able to do anything, and you might not always have the best options, and it's just not a deck that really interrupts the opponent a lot. Unless you're playing a lot of like weird non-Blackwing cards, so that you can make Wise Tricks and then Infinity and then Rusty, etc. But if you're really trying to play Blackwing as a pure deck, I don't know if it's playable now, but this set might actually change things up. So every single set that introduced support for already existing decks literally made those decks way better every single time. Like before Cybernetic Horizon, Cyber Dragon actually sucked. Like it wasn't good at all. It needed so much, honestly. And Cybernetic Horizon was massive support. I do remember that. Phantom Rage was overpowered. It gave Phantom Knight freaking Torn Scales, which was like one of the best monsters ever for that deck. Well, no, actually, Torn Scales is the best Phantom Knight monster. Don't think anyone can disagree with me on that one. And even Power of the Elements is like very good generic Elemental Hero support. The new Elemental Hero Fusion is ridiculously busted, and it allows you to turn like almost any 2 cards into Dark Law, which wasn't the case before. So I think we can safely assume that Blackwing might be tier 1 potential with this set. It really all depends on how Konami decides to treat the archetype, but hopefully they treat them well, because I'm a huge fan of Blackwings. That was one of the first decks, that I started playing kind of almost seriously when I came back into the game in like 2009 or something. So yeah, very, very huge fan of Blackwing. Really cool deck. Hopefully, like I said, it'll be busted. Now, Crawler Soma is the new Crawler monster that... oh my god, this one's big. A new Crawler designed to actually make Crawlers work. Like, actually. Crawler Soma, level 6 Earth Insect Effect monster, 2000 attack, 2500 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target one face-up monster on your field, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, change the target to face-down defense, but for the rest of the turn, that target monster cannot change its battle position. Alright, yeah. During your main phase, you can reduce this card's level by 2 or 4, and if you do, special summon Crawler monsters with different names whose total level are equal to the level reduced from your hand, deck, or graveyard. in either face-up defense or face-down defense. What the heck? The hand, deck, or graveyard? That's actually ridiculous. It doesn't lock you under anything at all. It can theoretically summon up to 4 monsters, but it can't because the lower level crawler monsters are level 2. So in other words, right now it can summon 2 crawler monsters, and there is something kind of ridiculous that I'm thinking right now. I just don't know how smart it really is. Because of how just how much freedom you have with this card, how about you just splash this card in any really big combo deck, so that with this and any other extender or any normal summon or whatever, you have the ability to have 3 monsters on your field and then explode with link monsters or Xyz or whatever. I just feel like there's so much potential, because even if you draw the crawler monsters, they can be your discard fodder and then you can revive them back from the grave, or you can still summon them from the hand, no problem. So the crawler monsters that you play will never be Garnets, they will always be Takatumborgs, so you don't really mind drawing them that much. It's just that you'd rather not draw them and always draw crawler Soma. The one issue that I see that kind of makes it so it won't be super splashable in other decks is the fact that you have to make one of your monsters face down, and you also can't change it back up into face up unless you have like a card effect like a Subterror Hidden Final Battle. But I mean, like, this almost feels like it could be playable in Beat Troopers. It's a 1 card freaking Link 3 insect and then does more than that, which is actually really incredible. I'm really impressed, honestly. Very, very good card. But in the actual crawler deck, this just looks overpowered. Like, you don't really care about the, you know, making your monster face down. So, like, that's free real estate. And then summoning 2 motherfucking crawler monsters? Bro, are you kidding me? I'll take that any day of the week. Way to go, man. This is how you fix decks that are absolute dog shit and really, really need something unfair. It's always, people always have the same reflex. It's always, we need a Link 1, or like an unfair degenerate monster that summons multiple monsters from the deck, and people are always like, bruh, you're asking for too much, come on. And sometimes it eventually happens. Now, I know what I know what you're thinking. Yasin, do you think the deck is going to be tier 1 just with this card? I don't think so. No, it won't be tier 1. And the reason for that is because Crawler still is an extremely reactive and slow deck that needs to flip monsters and just do things that are just not really 2022 Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Obviously, if you play now Crawler against Goat Control, you'll always win, because in a slow format, Crawler might actually be pretty nice, but in a negate format, I really don't see how just setting monsters going second might actually make any sense. Now, of course, if there is a way to consistently search this turn 1, and, you know, if we have a Link 2 that is, like, overpowered in Crawler, or even a Link 1, I don't think that's ever going to be the case, now we might be in a completely different position, because if you can start going first, making unbreakable boards, and play a lot of floodgates, a lot of trap cards, so that your flip monsters, they become, like, really annoying, they float a lot and stuff like that, yeah, this could actually be the next tier 1 slow deck in a way, kind of similarly to how Subterror, even though it's slow by nature because it's a flip deck, it still is a good deck because, it searches a lot, it does a lot of annoying things, it negates. Crawler might kind of be the next Subterror in a way. But yeah, at the current moment, I don't believe we are there yet. So I don't know how you guys actually feel about Crawler Soma, but goddamn, seriously, good job, Konami. This is beautiful to look at. This is the proof that Konami really can make insanely fantastic support if they really want to. Honestly, it's not even a question of Konami has no idea what they're doing. That is incorrect, man. I swear to God, Konami knows what they're doing. Sometimes they just want to give shitty supports to deck for, like, no reason, because I don't know. They just don't want the deck to become, like, too good. So they're like, you know what, Sire Dragon players, we're gonna give you some bad cards because the deck is already good as it is. You don't need more good cards, right? But yo, Crawler, it was a thirsting for those for this kind of card. And yeah, Blackwing hopefully can get the same beautiful treatment as well. So that's really all I had to say and showcase for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.